Shakur Stevenson sets up interviewer to ask him about Tank so he can be caught on camera acting like he don't want to talk about Tank. This shit is hilarious, dog. This shit is hilarious, bro. Smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video. It is shit like this, bro. These grimy, little underhanded, I think I'm smarter than the whole room, slick-ass moves and slick-ass comments. This is why I don't be fucking with Shakur and nobody from over there, bro. Like, niggas be asking and y'all be acting like y'all don't see it and you wonder why. I don't like this type of personality, bro. He got a lot of similarities with Bud. So it was only a matter of time before I started seeing him. The more and more he got in the spotlight. And I'm like, damn, I used to rock with Shakur, but I just can't rock with it. And this is a perfect example right here, bro. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday night at 7:30. I'm also live Sunday mornings with Singing OG, KQ, KC Boxing Network at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams and videos that we do, and hit me up if you want to debate. My email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. Let me play this clip for y'all, bro. Shakur Stevenson, in the middle of an interview, asked about Gervonta Tank Davis. Let me play this clip and we're going to come back and react to it.
Everyone talks about Gervonta Tank Davis. With him taking exhibition fights and stepping into money grabs, a lot of fans feel like he's messing up the sport. How do you feel about that?
How I feel is, I know I said you can ask whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I ain't talking about that nigga. I ain't got nothing to say about that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie, so. Next question.
If you and him fight, who wins?
Next question. I'm a GOAT. I'll beat anybody. Next question.
Oh my God. You see a potential fight between you and Tank playing out ever?
I can't answer questions about this nigga, bro. Like,
You don't fuck with him that much?
nah, it's just the fact that once you say we not gonna fight, what are we talking about? It ain't nothing else to talk about.
All right, cool. So if he called right now, he want to fight, what you gonna do?
Then we could talk about it.
All right, so there you have it, man. And as I said, bro, we was talking about this shit on the live stream last night, but you know you got to get a video on this one, brother, because this shit funny to me. But Shakur Stevenson, him and Tank got into it about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks now. Anyway, a week and a half ago, and Shakur said, "Don't ask me about him no more. I ain't never talking about him again." And so this interviewer, of course, because Shakur Stevenson, when he sits down to do an interview, his relevance is tied to Tank. Niggas don't really care about Team Elite Food, bro. People don't really care about nothing else he got going on. What's up with you and Tank? That's what he gonna get asked about. The interviewer asked him, and Shakur stands on business, bro. I'm not talking about him. I know I told you could ask me anything that you want to ask me, but I ain't talking about dude. He said he never fight me, so I ain't talking about him. But I'm a GOAT. I'll beat anybody that you put in front of me. And the dude say, what if he say he want to fight you? Okay, yeah, then we can talk about it. Man, get this fake ass shit out of my face, bro. This that shit I don't like. This is what I'm talking about, bro. First of all, Shakur Stevenson on camera admitted that the dude asked him, "Hey, what can I ask you? What can't I ask you?" And Shakur told him, "You can ask me anything." He even told him, "Look, I know I told you could ask me anything. I know I told you can ask me anything." And so then when the moment the dude asked him about Tank Davis, man, look, I know I told you to ask me anything, but I don't even want to talk about it. So if you really didn't want his name to come up in your interview, when he asked you before y'all turned the cameras on, how come you didn't say, man, you can ask me whatever you want, except don't ask me nothing about Tank? Because it ain't like you surprised. It ain't like you just decided that shit in the heat of the moment, because you've been tweeted that shit out a week or two ago, right? That you don't want to be asked about Tank. Here's the thing, bro. He set that shit up so old buddy so he can be caught on camera saying that shit. For some clicks, for some views. He tried to find a way to clout chase without clout chasing, bro. This shit is the fakest, oldest, craziest trick in the book. And I can't believe some people are out here falling for this shit, man. He know they gonna ask him about Tank. And he know if he did that shit off camera and say, nah, look, you can ask me this, you can ask me this. Don't ask me nothing about Tank. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about the interview. Ain't nobody gonna care what he got going on. So he found a way to still go viral, still keep Tank in it, while acting like he don't want to be asked about Tank. Because if he really meant what he said in that tweet, he'd have told that man when he asked him behind the scenes, look, if you ask me about this shit, I'm not doing the interview. If you ask me about this shit, I'm cutting the interview short and I'm not letting you post the shit. If you ask me about this shit, I'm just gonna tell you no comment and you gonna be out of luck. We'll never do an interview over here again. And nobody that my manager rocks with will ever do an interview with you again. So don't ask me about this nigga if he truly didn't want to talk about him, bro. But you know why that didn't happen, y'all? You know why that wasn't the path that they took? Because Shakur Stevenson knows, Jay Prince knows, everybody knows that's listening to the sound of my voice, people ain't checking for him unless they listening to what he got to say about Tank. Niggas don't care about his thoughts of being on the Ring magazine cover of the damn thing. People don't really give a damn about him and Team Lethal. They don't care about his brotherhood with Keyshawn Davis, bro. Niggas don't care about his thoughts on Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez and how Bud Crawford performed. People don't care about him, bro. Outside of Tank Davis. He knows that. His team knows that. Every interviewer that's interviewing him knows that, bro. It's just the truth. And so the fake underhanded shit of, oh, I'm gonna act like I don't want to talk about him, even though I told you that I'll talk about him. Even though I told you you can ask me whatever you want to ask me. Let me get my people going by putting this on camera. They gonna say I'm standing on business. No, that's fake standing on business. That's like when you about to get into a fight and you let your homeboy hold you back. Even though you way stronger and way bigger than your homeboy, but you let him hold you back and keep you from a fight. That's what that shit was. Like, bro, I really wanted to fight, but you know, you lucky my homeboy was holding me back. No, get over here. That's what this is. Y'all give me a second. That's what this is, bro. Simple analogy, dog. I really ain't want to talk about him, but he asked me about him though, and I shut it down. I shut the question down. But they asked you before, did you even want to be asked about him? And you said, yeah, you can ask me anything. I really didn't want to talk about him. I really didn't want to talk. I know I told you I would, but I really didn't want to. So, no comment, man. Next question, man. Like, get out of my face, bro. Get out of my face. Moving forward, if we are to take you serious, Shakur, when these people ask you, what can we ask you? Because that's what people don't understand. When you are conducting an interview with somebody the caliber of Shakur Stevenson, I've had Abdullah Mason on this channel. I've interviewed Kenny Ellis. Right? When you set these interviews up, I keep telling people they want to know what you asking a person ahead of time. And some of them will say you can ask him whatever. Some will tell you this is off limits, that is off limits. You can ask me this, but I'm not going to give you an answer on it, but I understand you got to ask it. They're going to do all of that shit. And he on camera let you know that the man asked him ahead of time, hey, is there anything you don't want to talk about? And he told him you can ask me anything. After telling the world and telling people, don't ask me about Tank no more. For future reference, all interviewers, all people, don't ask me nothing about Tank. I don't want to talk about him. But then your very next interview, you tell them you'll talk about anything. Nah, bro, stand on your square. Stand on your square. Shut that shit down. Your next interview, they should know off top. Don't even ask you no Tank questions. But you high-siding, bro. You stunting. And the only people that's going to eat it up is your fan base and people that don't like Tank. They're the only ones eating that shit up. But you're going to have to come with, you're going to have to do better, bro. We see through that shit around this way. Real Texas shit, homeboy. Yeah, you in Houston, right? Real ones in Houston see past that shit. Yeah, all up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Smash like, sub to the channel. See y'all soon. We out of here. Peace.